What's up, YouTube? Um, we have our first guest on Skyz today, the illustrious Wert. Um, been going to school with him for, I've known him for 7, 8, 10 years, something like that now. And he's really cool. And I think you'll like him too. Say hi, Wert.
So,
Um, Will's from Indiana, like I am. And that's it. I think it's important that we actually get some guests on here. We're 10 or so videos deep, and I haven't had a guest yet, so we're getting done with this interview. So, as I said, the first thing we're going to ask him today is what Will would do for a Klondike bar. Now, as it was, Will has never had a Klondike bar, so he doesn't really know what he's missing out on. So, just like, imagine like you smoke crack one time, and what would you do for another piece of crack? Yeah. What would you do for like one more crack rock?
well, I mean, killing someone might be up in the list. Like, for some more crack. I mean, who could pass that up? A Klondike bar, though. I mean, like you said, I've never really had one, but I mean, at this point, your imagination can just run wild. Where could it? I
That's
mean,
fair. All right.
could it be the greatest thing I've ever had? Yes.
Could it not be? That's fair. So I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna have another video, another interview with Will here, and we're actually gonna get him a Klondike bar, and then he'll be able to better ask that question. But you do know what Will would do for another crack rock, though, and
That's fair.
I ain't
And
gonna say I would kill somebody for a crack rock, but
it depends on how
I would
desperate.
I would do some unsavory things if I needed crack that bad. I would do some unsavory things.
One question. Would I be eating this Klondike bar on video? Or
I think we can arrange that. I think we can
okay.
arrange that. That can be done. Next video with will be him eating a Klondike bar, his very first Klondike bar, first time on video, and I think you guys will like it. Um, we just it's 4 o'clock when we did this, and we got back from the bar, and we've been drinking a little bit. Um, you got those three over there, and we got those. I'm too drunk to count over there, and
Oh, pregame.
it was a pregame. Yeah, we went out of the bar, and I had Long Island's because that's my crack right there. Long Island iced teas are my crack.
On sale too?
And especially when they're on sale. Like, I can't say no to that. I can never say no to that. Um, we also want to talk about. Um, let's talk about LeBron James. We're gonna skip the other one. We're gonna talk about LeBron James. We will see what he thinks about him. Now, granted, a lot of people say that he's the best player in the world, and you'd be hard to argue that he's not at this point. You could throw a few names out there, but it's hard to argue because none of the other names you could throw have any championships at that or Olympic gold medals either. But how do you personally feel about LeBron James?
To be honest, I mean, I hate him, to be honest, but he's hence the name La Bitch that I gave him. I don't probably it was at least after he left Cleveland, maybe before. Uh, I've never really liked him since I seen him walk off the court during a game once. But besides that, I don't believe he's even as good as the NBA makes him off to be. For his size, his athletic ability, I think he would basically score at will. I mean, he's base. He's basically the size of a center that can play the point. How does he not get to the goal every play?
Right. And he brought up something right there, and that before he went to Miami, like I didn't have a problem with LeBron James before he left Cleveland, and I wouldn't have had a problem with him if he had left Cleveland. I had to. Where my problem started was how he left Cleveland. Like the decision, that was stupid, and I think people have heard enough of that, but it was just stupid, and that was really I lost a lot of respect for the person right there. I was rooting for him. Like when he went to the championship the one time, I was pulling for him. I'm like, well, shit, man. He's good. He's got a lot of natural talent. He doesn't even. But said, well, walking off the court, and like I think he feels that he is the best. Period, and two champion, like all we have, he won two championships, and he did that. It wasn't his team. He won two championships. He carried his team to two championships, and I'll give him that. But I don't feel like that's enough to warrant him the respect that he thinks he deserves. Do you want to add something there?
I wouldn't. I mean, the first championship. I don't know. I mean, it was only 66 game regular season. Who really knows what would happen in the last few games?
That's fair. That's fair.
So I mean, I don't think you can say a complete
like,
two championships. At most, what 1.7 championships, 1.6.
I'll give you that. That's fair. That's completely fair. And
I mean, even if the Pacers would have won a championship this past year, I mean, they've only played 81 out of 82 games. So,
right.
I mean, that wouldn't even have counted. I mean, technically.
Right. I completely understand where it was coming from there. That's a touchy subject, to be fair. And, it's makes a lot of people angry, makes a lot of people happy. But,
you know what I think we should talk about for a second?
Yes, sir.
How people saying that if LeBron came to Indiana, that people that hated him would love him.
Now that's something I haven't heard from a lot of people, but I did hear from one person, a person fairly close to me, fairly close to Will too.
He's actually been stepping up his game this past few weeks. He's been making some, pretty smart.
Like he said some smart things, but he said this about a month or so ago.
It was definitely
it was during the finals, and he's like, well, LeBron James was here, Pacers fans will love him, and I can also say as a Pacers fan, I would never that would be the day I quit being a Pacer fan, because I don't that goes against everything that I've been raised to believe as a Pacer fan. Everybody, all the good people we had, or at least the great ones, we drafted or got through a trade. We just didn't sign it through free agency because we've got a long history of not signing people through free agency. We've got a very long history of not doing this. And as a Pacers fan, I know that. And it's anybody that knows anything about the Pacers, you should know that. Like, we don't, really sign free agents, at least not ones that will start, And if LeBron James was ever here, I would not be a fan of this team. I wouldn't. I'd find team far away. I'd be a fan of Sacramento Kings.
I love God. I love the 2K basketball games as much as anyone, but I will not buy 2K14 because La Bitch is on the cover.
And that's fair.
And you say he's gonna come to my team and I'm gonna like him? That is not gonna happen. No, I guarantee you that.
We're talking about this earlier before we left. Like, if he came here and won a championship, we would not count that as a championship at all.
No way.
We'd still be waiting for the Pacers for a championship because that wouldn't do it for us.
I'm not saying I wouldn't go in and burn down the little banner, but I probably would.
That's how committed we are. Like, we're real fans. We're not like Miami fans. like that didn't exist. They did not exist before 2010.
I'm not sure they still exist
just
after they
weren't
walked
there.
out of Game 6
You know,
of the finals.
they weren't there. They're not real fans. And I dare anybody to challenge that because they're not. Like if you watch, you know anything about sports, you know, like anybody that's a Miami fan, like 99% of these people are not Miami fans. They're not just pick on somebody that thought they was going to win. That's all it was. They were just riding the winner. And I see that happen with the Pacers a lot now too, and Golden State. It's like they just jumped on because they see them as like legit teams that win.
Oh yeah,
now.
definitely Golden State. I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of Golden State fans. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen as many Pacers. I feel like Pacer fans don't just jump on board just because we're small market and
Right.
we don't have the flashy player besides Paul George. But
But Golden State for sure. But
yeah,
I will say this about Golden State. Like I'll root for them. I will.
Mark
But
Jackson.
I
baby.
watch them. Yeah, like this is a former Pacer I'm watching. Like this is a former Pacer. He's coaching this team. He's doing it right. He's doing it by coaching. He built built this team together. We know Golden State has been shitty.
I will
since they've
say
been in the league.
I am so happy Dwight Howard did not go there.
Right.
I think that team
That's for the
would
best
not
for
have worked
them,
out. Anyways,
I don't know how he's going to work out in Houston either. I'd like to see it do good because that could be a really good. That's got the potential to be a good team, but the big question mark is Dwight Howard. Now I feel like he's not mentally tough enough to handle being like a champion. That's what it is. I don't understand how he couldn't be because he can just dominate the game if he wanted to, night in night out. He could dominate every game he played in, like Shaq did. Like he could do this because he's like twice as athletic as Shaq ever was. Even when he's at Orlando, he's just so athletic, you know. But he's not mentally tough enough to handle that. Um, this really went into basketball, but it's okay because it's 4 a.m. 20 people are gonna watch this, so it doesn't even fucking matter. um,
maybe we should try and shift to something else.
yeah,
Is there any?
yeah. I mean, we're way over. Like we set like a 7-minute time limit. We're at 12 minutes now, so it doesn't even matter anymore. I've got that. I finally hit it in the YouTube where I can put out 15-minute videos now, so it doesn't even fucking matter now.
Oh, how about tonight?
Right.
Went out for Donnie's birthday. Donovan Graham.
Good kid, great kid.
Yeah.
Ladies, Facebook Donovan Graham, DONOVAN GHRAHAM, maybe. He's a good kid though. He's tall.
I think he's dating.
He might be dating someone else. So if he is, then you ignore what I said and don't follow him at all.
But if he's
block him.
not,
But if you go on there, if you Facebook group him, and you see that he's single, go ahead and add him. He's sometimes the flying Hawaiian, I guess, and
he's pretty athletic. Good 800 runner.
if I was younger, he'd be a man crush. I ain't gonna lie, he would. He's a good kid though. He really is. Good young man at this point. He's 21 now. He's a great young man. He's a keeper, ladies. He really is. But yeah, like what we're saying, we went out for his birthday.
It was it was fun.
I was already. I was.
Like we said, we pre-gamed. You seen
Yeah.
the few of the bottles
And that's just
from here. Really,
like
I mean,
personally
he
me.
just pre-gamed
Yeah,
before that.
like I was drinking before
We
that.
just came over here after I got off work.
Yeah.
We went not fairly hard. I wouldn't say we went all out, but
Because we wanted to be able to do this. One.
yeah.
Like,
We talked about we planned to be able to finish this because this has been we've been trying to get this done for a while.
all right.
But how about possibly a new kid on the way?
We're working on this. Another friend of ours.
Big Diesel.
One-
We call him.
Right.
or anyone really. I mean, if he doesn't, if he
I mean, we
can't,
have a couple other options
yeah.
on that, but he was the main one because he's the one that said no. Um, that's it.
Oh,
Uh, he said he announced to the public that, well, I'm an uncle for the fourth time,
yeah.
and he's 21. I'm not an uncle yet. Will, are you an uncle yet?
Not that I know of.
Okay. And he's like, he's an uncle 4 times now.
I mean, that's an un. You can't even multiply the number of times he is more of an uncle than we are.
And he's really close to us. So, like, he should make us uncles at this
Yeah.
point, you know.
I mean, it's only fair.
Right.
I mean, we've been patient enough. We've waited. We've helped him. I don't know what else we could have done. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't social at all until we got a hold of him.
Right. We've been
we
been
basically
talking,
saved this kid's life.
We helped them out a lot. And he's going to go around saying, like, well, I don't have to plan on having a kid for a long time. And that's disrespectful to all of us. It really is. Because, 3 years we've been spending helping him out, talking to him, trying to make him be more assertive, so people will know him.
I believe that he's like, I don't know, 80% of the man he is today is because of us.
Right.
I mean, at least.
That's fair.
I mean,
that's a very fair assessment.
I mean, back in the day, he wouldn't even drink. I mean, with us, he became an alcoholic.
I remember them days, though. He was our DD, though.
Yeah.
He really was, and he's a lifesaver, and we thank him for that. We really do. But like I said,
except for not policing the 45-minute subway trip.
Yeah, like he let some things happen on his watch.
Well, I mean, we can let it slide.
Yeah, we'll let,
especially if we get our kid.
He does, yeah. And like I said, our friend Sam, he's working on this. He already started on this. I sent a tweet to him about this. It's like, Sam never gave us a child. It's like, I will get right on it. Be right back.
But you asked him before, and if he's been working on it, maybe he can't have kids.
Yeah, this is true. He wasn't really on it, though, when we asked him before.
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
9 months from now.
He's Catholic, though, so, I mean, it's his duty to have a bunch of kids anyway, so he should at least have one for us.
I mean, I think we'd be pretty solid,
Also,
parents.
Sonny, though.
Yeah.
Sonny Anderson. She's from Hesperia, Michigan.
It's a village.
That it is.
We cannot even call this a town.
You might see her around there if you're ever in the neighborhood. She'll be wearing Skechers shape ups. Got a big ass booty. She won't have a kid for us either. She's somebody that we've asked. Like
she was the
very first person we asked to have a kid
yeah.
for us. Because she had childbearing hips anyway. Like even before she was wearing shape ups, she had childbearing hips. Simple as that. And she wouldn't do it. So I don't know. Like I would, if like a friend asked me to have a kid, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would. I really would.
Especially if it's a close friend.
Yeah, and I would. Honestly, I would probably die pretty soon after that and make them take care of my kid too.
Godfather.
Yeah, like they got, and like those kids would show up there. And it's like, yeah, we're Royce's kids.
Basically, it's your problem now.
Like that's what I do because I can't have kids, no way. We're hoping to get a kid soon, the next 9 months, so it'll be fun.
You teach him a lot.
To run and drink, and I'll teach him some other things. We'll teach him to run and drink and shit, so it'll be cool.
And important things in life.
Yeah.
Basically, to have fun.
Right. Because that's what life's really about. It's not a working and shit. Like you need to find you and what you enjoy in life. That's what I feel, and that's for another video anyway. Because that one's coming up anyway. But like I feel like we tell people, as a society, we tell people you need to work. You need to work to feel fulfilled, to be fulfilled in life. And I was like, do you really need to work? Like if you didn't have to work, would you work? And I don't think anybody would say they would. If you didn't have to worry about eating or somewhere to live, like would you work? because then you could find out about you. And I think that's a problem with today's society. Like today's society doesn't know who they are. Um,
Only gonna get worse.
it is because what people are fighting this. And it's sad. It's sad to me. It makes me sad that people don't, they'll go through their whole life and thinking like this is all there is. Like you need to know yourself. And I was lucky enough to be around people and to be in an environment where I could find myself or learn how to find myself at the very least. And I'm a much happier person for that. Like I'm not just finding a job just because I'm going to school just because. Like I want to learn, and I think that's what we're supposed to do. But like I said, that's for another video.
We also got the conspiracy theory video coming up again.
This is true. We got
We
another.
He's promised it before,
Right.
but maybe this time it's for real. Who knows?
I mean, I did the one, but we got another one coming up, and this one will happen. Stroud will be back soon, and
Yeah,
that'll be our
couple
next exclusive. Stroud, and we'll get him on there. I'm gonna try to get all three of them on here for the what were we talking about?
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah, conspiracy theory thing. I'm drunk as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not. I've been drunker though. I have. We'll say that.
That's a fact.
He knows this. He's been there. He's carried my ass back enough. That's why I said I trust him, and that's why he's first guest. If anybody I'm going to trust to bring my ass home, and it's going to be this one. And but yeah, we got some exciting things coming. We'll get season 2 of Skyz in about a month or so. And anything else you want to add there, Chloe?
It's been great to be on here. I mean, this video is pretty long, I'd say. Probably
It
maybe
is.
the longest
It
one
really
you've made.
is. I feel like no one's going to get through this, but it doesn't even matter. I don't even care at this point. Like I just want to make them. Like I need to put them out there. I
think this is good.
because I can, if I can just one person, then I did enough. Simple as that. Like that's all I feel. I just gave one person a new perspective, then it's cool with me.
Or one person will laugh.
Right. Even
Anything.
that, yeah, I don't even care. Like you don't even have to do anything different. Like if I affected you in some way, then I did all right. 'Cause I sure as fuck ain't getting paid for this.
Not yet.
Not yet. But
Just wait till possibly you hit become a millionaire. We go on this couple what was it, a 2-month trip to something like that.
Yeah. We gotta hit the lottery.
We'll talk about this another time.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already at what 24 minutes basically.
YouTube ain't gonna like that. But yeah, it was nice. We got the interview, and I'm happy. I really am. We'll come in a little more. His next interview, we'll come in with a little more plan, and we'll try to get under 20.
Hopefully, wrap this up a little bit.
But other than that, anything else, Wert?
Nope. Great to be a guest on here.
All right. That's it. Well, Wert, you can follow him at Free Willy on Twitter. I'll post a link or whatever, the annotation and shit. And other than that, stay safe and peace.